Oh, hey, you. Did you miss any football over the weekend? Well, guess what? We have a Snaps game recap made just for you. Enjoy.
Next game up, one that the final score both does, but also does not fully tell the story of what was a pretty fucking wild nighttime battle in Williams-Brice, Texas A&M on the road, taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Gamecocks win 44-20, but my God, guys, what a scene. Nighttime, couple of redshirt freshmen quarterbacks out there battling against each other. Two young men being put on hard positions. Aaron, to me, the Simon touchdown at the end that kind of looked like, I think he maybe was going to seal it or took a big lead late for South Carolina. That environment just looked fucking incredible. The LED lights were out. The red fireworks are popping off in the back. They got the low camera angle on Simon in the black South Carolina uniforms. And it was just like, holy fuck, that is cool college football. And we'll get into the game itself, but yeah, man.
I told you the environment, man.
Yeah,
that
I know,
environment.
I know.
I mean, so by the way, we had Alyssa laying on as you for Thursday. She was terrific. Absolutely. She is just a superstar. Obviously went to South Carolina. She had the weekend off. She went to the game. And I was trying to tell her the whole show, like, y'all going to win. Y'all going to win. She's like, no, I don't think so. Like, publicly stating, I'm going to the game and I think we're going to lose. I'm like, that's not the time to pick against your home team when you're going to be on the sideline for your one weekend off.
No, dude. Alyssa knows what she's doing. That's a classic reverse jinx, right?
I know.
That's a classic, like, then if you lose, you're like, look, I was being objective. But if you win, you're like, fuck, I don't give a shit. Yeah, fuck yeah, we won. Who cares?
That's what I love it. Well, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That is an Aaron Murray classic.
But I kept telling everyone that place is crazy. And then when you have a good football team at night, it is. I know you're not going to believe it, but it's up there with LSU. It's up there with A&M. There is an incredible vibe. There is an incredible vibe there.
I played a night game there, and it was one of the best environments I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
I think I always say about it. It was like a giant. Now, okay, I'm saying this. You got to let me finish. It was like a giant high school atmosphere, not in terms of like high school intensity, but the vibe was so friendly and happy, and like everyone, and there just seemed to be kind of a melting of that crowd that you don't see in some other places. And everyone was just like vibing and fucking into it, and Sandstorm's playing. And it was just,
it's a rave.
It was, it's a rave. Yes, exactly. It is. It's like a rave. And these are not spoiled fans. That's the other part about this, right? No. These are not fans that need great football to be put in front of them face to get going. Like they know that they're the tough ones. They've been through the fucking hard times.
I'm struggling so much right now because I know they're 5-3. They're 3-3 in the conference. I think South Carolina is a top 10 football team in college football.
I know.
It's just crazy.
I know they've had some. If you could go back in time, the LSU one's obviously just.
If they just have one of those games, if
Ole Miss beat the fuck out of them.
If they're 6-2 right now,
who else did they lose to? Who's their
Ole Miss is the one they got to beat. But the Alabama one, the Norse fumbled the football. They're winning.
Oh God,
they're winning it. The North fumbles it.
Yeah,
and then they still missed the field. Obviously, that was one. LSU won the pick
conversion.
6. I
know. I know.
So they are. If they just would have won one of those, which they're leading,
be a playoff team.
I mean, hell, if Lenore does get hurt for LSU. They would be.
They win. 6-2. Yes, 100%.
They would be 6-2, and I'd be looking at their schedule saying right now, "Oh my God, South Carolina's going to be 10-2 going to the playoffs." That is how good I think they are playing right now. You know what's funny? I had them week 1 versus Old Dominion, and I came on the show and said, "Holy shit, they may be the worst team in the SEC."
Well, I mean, look, you had a young quarterback, right? And he's continued to grow stronger and stronger and stronger. And the offensive coordinator, like that's the thing too is. I feel like we've seen a lot of young quarterbacks and their coordinators this year in the SEC. And it's like, you can feel these guys getting more comfortable with one another as the season has gone on. And it's leading to these guys being put in better positions to succeed. And they're getting experience, right? So they're playing better as well. Yes. But like you're seeing guys take massive strides in Lenore Sellers because of what an athletic freak he is. But he's still like a really good young quarterback who's also just a giant and can run. It's like man, his ceiling starts to feel, and you're not asking him to do like whatever. The point is, Lenore Sellers' potential feels extremely high, and he's gotten so much better from that first week.
Well,
that
he's
you
just
called
take care of the football, and
Yeah.
and golly, I mean, how many sacks did he avoid in that football game?
I
mean,
know, that's what I'm saying.
It felt like a dozen sacks that A&M designed to blitz or one-on-one up front, and somehow he Houdini'd got out of it, made a play, or even threw the ball away to avoid a 6-7 yard sack. And it just those hidden yards that he was able to preserve for his football team, or then create plays outside the pocket. It was unbelievable. You know who's really impressed me right now?
Well, it's especially striking, but it's especially striking, Aaron, in contrast to last week's game against Garrett Nussmeier.
Yep.
Right? Simply because it does show you just if you're going to make it nowadays as a pocket passer, and you're seeing this to Carson Beck right now, you got to be so damn perfect.
You saw it with yours. You saw yours
yeah,
too right
yeah,
now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
got to be
these
so
mobile
damn
guys
perfect.
just give you so many, like when things aren't going well.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh my God, South Carolina's offensive line showed up and they balled out. They didn't give up a single sack. Dude, if Lenore Sellers is not your quarterback, you probably gave up 6 sacks in the football game. Yes, you played better. I'm not saying that South Carolina's offensive line.
No, they ran block well. They ran block well for sure.
They ran block great. They had probably one of the best. They exceeded expectations. But to be sitting here screaming, "Oh my God, they didn't give up a sack versus A&M. Oh my God, oh my God." No, they didn't give up a sack because Lenore Sellers is 250 fucking pounds. That's why they didn't give up a sack. So
when he lowered the shoulder and just fucking trucked old boy, dude. He's like, it's so funny because you could see him remember, like, oh wait, I'm fucking bigger than you.
Well, he's literally in the game. That's why.
I know. And then it's like, but it was like in the moment you could almost see the light bulb pop as he hit the hezzy. He hit the hezzy. He was like, oh wait.
They both stopped. He lit and they like jumped and lifted. So 6'3", 242. You know who looks good right now is Rocket Sanders.
I was about to say, first felt like
fast.
Yeah.
He looks fast again.
He had really good plays against LSU, but it was kind of boom or bust.
Yeah.
Whereas this felt like the first major stage Rocket Sanders moment in a couple of years. For me, it felt like he was. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
He was banged up last year.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. But 2 years ago, he was awesome, right? And then he was injured last year, and now it feels like Rocket Sanders finally back to that name, Rocket.
Yes, 2 years ago, 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns. Last year, 209 yards. He went from 6.5 yards per carry to 3.4. So he looks healthy. He looks fast. That is 2 big men back there in the backfield.
Here's what else, though, I want to highlight, which is a bit of a credit to Texas A&M, and then even further credit to South Carolina. For A&M to lose Le'Veon Moss down 14 was brutal. Then, in that environment, to come back with a redshirt freshman quarterback in that environment without Le'Veon Moss to come back and take a 20-17 lead was actually amazing.
Yeah.
Like at that point, you're like, oh shit, A&M's actually going to get this shit done. And then it's even kind of, even more impressive that it wasn't like just some fluky thing, that it's 20-20 at half and South Carolina comes out and just statement says, no
more. Yeah.
No, like no more. Like, this has been a good game, but this is our house. And no, and you had the 2 4th-and-1 stops from South Carolina, which that's something that's just some grown man ass football. I thought they had a lot of.
And we talk about the offensive line for A&M was
perimeter.
And A&M's offensive line is good, but South Carolina's D line in that environment just. I will say this: Marcel Reed is a dog, though. Like,
hold on, I want to get to Marcel. Okay, let's get to Marcel Reed then. No, let's get to him. Let's get to him now.
For a guy that is a redshirt freshman that was without Le'Veon Moss, that has good, not elite playmakers around him. It's not like A&M is just loaded with like these elite receivers. It was the Marcel Reed game. Like Marcel, if A&M was going to win that football game, and why did they beat LSU? Obviously the defense made plays in the second half versus LSU, but Marcel Reed, 100%. He put the team on his back. That is my worry right now for A&M. It is obviously you have the one quarterback is just unable to do it. Just too many turnovers, too many issues. Marcel Reed is that dynamic playmaker He's got the confidence. He's a little bit cocky. I love him as a quarterback. I truly love him as a quarterback, but he needs some help around him. He needs some help.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, and what we also got to highlight is, and sorry guys, I'm having a bit of acid reflux. I think I ate like 10 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken tonight. My father-in-law just ordered a massive bucket and a bunch of biscuits and a bunch of potatoes and corn. And I just fucking kept making plate after plate and just dousing it in that KFC gravy. I mean, drowning it all, mixing it up into one amalgamated mash. And like the fried chicken's like a little like wet, and it's like a little like, you know, because it's been sitting in the box coming to the room, but I didn't give a fuck, dude. I was making up for 3 long days of eating dog shit by just eating pure good dog shit. Anyway, the other thing to highlight about Marcel Reed here is he played that well, Aaron, and the situation that he came in was actually 1,000 times tougher this week. And you might say, well, what do you mean, TBob? When he came in last week, they were like down big, like that was an impossible hill. But that's the point. Last week, he comes in the game as a changeup with nothing to lose, everything to gain. Like nobody's going to care if you do bad. All it is you could come in and be the hero, and you're getting short fields every time. Now you're the known starter on the road with one of the best defenses in the entire country with an entire week to prepare for you as the main guy. And then he still played so well. But you know what really struck me here, Aaron, was a play that didn't even count. Really reinforces how razor thin the margin is. And that's that pick 6 that got called back. Yeah. Because again, he'd played so well all day, right? And yet that one mistake, had it stood, it was just one mistake. But like, and you can appreciate this better than anybody, given that you live this shit. But I cannot fathom the pressure of a quarterback where it's like, you just got to be perfect, dude.
Well, he had to be perfect. He had to play perfect football in this moment. And he didn't play perfect football. I thought he played really damn good football for the situation. But that's going to be A&M right now offensively. He at least gives you a shot. You know, they're going to be 9-2 hosting Texas.
Yeah.
And it's a play-in game at that point. You win, you're in the playoffs. You lose, you're out. But you give him 2 more weeks to keep going. I like their chances of making that game competitive and possibly winning it.
Last thing on this game, shout out Shane Beamer. Not only have you put together a team of fucking dudes, like it's insane. Simon at tight end, are you kidding me? That touchdown,
he was flying.
He's like dodging tackles, hurdling people. Like what the fuck? But Shane Beamer got that dragon that all these coaches chase when they take on an uphill battle of a job. He got that excellent trophy for the case. He got that signature win. You love to see a good signature win. Shout out Shane Beamer.
Well, they got a couple 2 years ago. They got a couple. Years ago.
But you can have multiple, and you keep adding them to your case.
Now. That's 3 now.
That's what I'm saying, because you got Tennessee a couple years ago.
Clemson. Tennessee, Clemson back to back.
Yeah, and then that, but that was kind of, have back to back, same year. Was it fluky? Now look, the signature win in another year. Yep. Shane Beamer starting to stack Siggies, and now just wait for the offseason where everybody comes and pays all of South Carolina's players to leave. Because 3 losses,
Holy shit, dude! I'm telling you,
I
got their game this weekend. I'm fucking pumped. I got South Carolina Vandy this weekend.
Oh, good game, dude. Look at you moving on up in the world, dude.
I'm freaking pumped. All right. I'm pumped. I love both these teams this year, so it'll be a good one to call.
Well, I'd say that was pretty fun. Maybe had a laugh or two, potentially even learned a thing along the way. If you did enjoy it, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing, and we'll see you next time for more snaps.